What happens when perfection itself becomes a prison? Cha Eun-woo's military journey reveals the silent weight of living as Korea's golden boy. From the moment Cha Eun-woo appeared on the Korean entertainment scene, he wasn't just admired, he was placed on a pedestal. His breathtaking visuals earned him the title Face Genius. His intelligence, flawless manners, and spotless reputation elevated him to an almost untouchable status. To the world, he seemed like the perfect son, the perfect idol, the perfect man. But perfection comes at a cost. Behind the glittering image lies an invisible cage, the constant demand to never stumble, never falter, never show weakness. Unlike other stars who may be forgiven for small mistakes, Eun-woo has been branded as someone who cannot afford even a crack in his image. Every word he speaks, every move he makes is scrutinized, and the world waits eagerly to see if he will slip. Now, as he serves in the military, a place where even the strongest are tested, this burden has followed him. Military life is supposed to strip away celebrity, putting everyone on equal footing. But for Eun-woo, expectations only soared higher. Fans wanted a model soldier. The media wanted a role model. Even within the barracks, his presence carried the weight of a national symbol. While others endure training simply as part of their duty, Eun-woo carries something heavier. The unrelenting pressure to live up to a title he never chose, the Golden Boy of Korea. And as the days in uniform stretch on, one question lingers. Can even Cha Eun-woo remain flawless under such relentless strain? In the harsh routine of military training, there is no glamour. Days begin before dawn, voices bark orders, and every soldier is pushed to their limits. Here, fatigue is universal. Mistakes are inevitable. Yet somehow, Eun-woo has become known as the soldier who never falters. Reports describe him as punctual, disciplined, and unyielding, never late, never careless, never once breaking formation. To outsiders, this only proves what they already believed. Eun-woo is the perfect idol who has seamlessly transformed into the perfect soldier. But for those who know him personally, this picture tells a deeper, more haunting story. Close friends quietly reveal that Eun-woo has always pushed himself harder than anyone demanded. If others train for 10 hours, he trains for 12. If others meet the standard, he exceeds it. Perfection isn't just expected of him, it's something he forces upon himself. This devotion might sound admirable, but it is also exhausting. Because in the army, unlike the stage, mistakes are human. Soldiers bond over struggles, over imperfections. Yet Eun-woo's role leaves little space for vulnerability. The world watches, expecting his every salute, every step, every breath to embody discipline and honor. He doesn't complain, he doesn't break, at least not in public. But one cannot help wondering, in the silence of the barracks, when no cameras are watching, does Eun-woo finally allow himself to feel the weight of it all? Or has perfection become so deeply ingrained in him that he no longer knows how to be anything else? The concept of the perfect child is not unique to Korea, but in its culture of high achievement and strict social standards, it becomes a heavy chain. Parents dream of sons who are handsome, brilliant, and obedient. Schools praise students who never slip. And industries like entertainment amplify these ideals, turning young stars into living embodiments of perfection. Cha Eun-woo became the poster child for this dream. His flawless image wasn't just his own achievement. It became the pride of his fans, his agency, and even the nation. But what happens when someone becomes more symbol than human? When every gesture is dissected, every emotion hidden, and every weakness forbidden? Military service, for many idols, is a moment of relief, a chance to step away from fame, to blend into the anonymity of uniform. But for Eun-woo, anonymity is impossible. His reputation follows him into the training grounds, shadowing every step. Even here, he must be more than just a soldier. He must be the son every mother admires, the idol every fan adores, the man every nation respects. And yet, there is something profoundly tragic in this. Because beneath the armor of perfection lies a human being, a young man of 30 who, like anyone else, must carry loneliness, exhaustion, and quiet fears. The question is no longer whether Cha Eun-woo can be perfect. The question is, will anyone allow him to be human? Cha Eun-woo's journey through military service is more than just a story of one idol fulfilling his duty. It is a mirror reflecting a larger truth, the crushing burden of perfection in a society that rarely forgives flaws. He has become both a symbol of aspiration and a prisoner of expectation. Fans love him for his grace, his discipline, his seemingly endless strength. But the very qualities that inspire millions are also the chains that bind him. Because when perfection is demanded endlessly, when even service to one's country must be flawless, what room is left for mistakes, for vulnerability, for being real? Perhaps the greatest courage Eun-woo could ever show is not in being flawless, but in showing that even the golden boy of Korea is human. That behind the face genius, the soldier, the star, there is simply Cha Eun-woo, a man who deserves the freedom to stumble, to breathe, to be. As he continues his military journey, the world watches. Some wait for perfection, others wait for cracks. But maybe, just maybe, what we should be waiting for is not perfection at all, but humanity. What do you think? Should idols like Cha Eun-woo be allowed to simply be human, even if that means showing flaws the public might not expect? Share your thoughts below, because your voice matters in shaping how we, as fans, choose to see and support our stars. And if this story touched you, make sure to stay with us as we continue uncovering the hidden struggles behind the glamorous world of K-pop and Korean entertainment.